Good morning, students. So today we are going to start with a new chapter, History of Computers. In this chapter we are going to learn about abacus, the first calculation device. Second, Pascal, the first mechanical calculator. Third, Charles Babbage, the father of computers. Fourth, analytical engine, the first working model of computer. Fifth, Ladyada Lovelace, the first lady computer programmer. Sixth, UNIVAC, first general-purpose digital computer. Seventh, Intel 4004, the first microprocessor. About early counting. Fingers were man's earliest calculating device. By increasing or decreasing the number of fingers, he can able to perform simple addition and subtraction. Abacus 300 BC. The first step towards computing was the invention of abacus around 3000 years ago by ancient Babylonians and later developed in China. It was the first calculating machine invented to count large numbers. 1621, Napiers Born. 1614, John Napier, Scottish mathematician John Napier created a device called Napiers Born, an abacus-like device used for calculations including multiplication and division. 1642, Pascal adding machine. Blaise Pascal, he is a French mathematician. At the age of 19, invented a machine which he called the Pascaline that could do addition and subtraction by using toothed wheels connected by gears. This device is believed to be the first mechanical calculator of the world. 1671, Leibniz calculator. Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, he built a mechanical calculator stepped gear mechanism which could do 4 functions: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. He also invented something essential in modern computers, that is binary arithmetic. 1801, Joseph Marie Jacquard. Joseph Marie Jacquard in France. Joseph Marie Jacquard invented a mechanical loom that uses punched wooden cards to automatically weave fabric designs. These punched cards control the weaving, enabling an ordinary workman to produce the most beautiful patterns in a style previously accomplished only the patience, skills, and hard work. It played an important role in the development of programmable machines such as computers. 1822, Charles Babbage engines. Charles Babbage. The English mathematician Charles Babbage proposed a steam-driven calculating machine of a room size, which he called the difference engine. Charles Babbage is the father of computer because he invented the idea of storing and reading the information before doing processing. 1833, Analytical engine. In 1833, Charles Babbage invented a machine called analytical engine, the first ever working model of mechanical computer. 1842, Ladyada Lovelace. The instructions given to the Babbage analytical engine were in the form of zeros and ones. The first to introduce this concept was Ladyada Lovelace. She was the first to introduce the concept of programming. She is also known as the first lady computer programmer in history. 1951, UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer. The history of computer keyboards begin indirectly with Word's first ever typewriter, which was invented by a man called Christopher Latham Coles. He invented the quadrille layout for typewriters, and this layout is still used in modern computer keyboards. 1880, Herman Hollerith. An American statistician, Herman Hollerith, invented a machine called tabulating machine. This machine was capable of reading, processing, and storing the data. He used punched cards to input and record the data, and he was the founder of IBM Company. 1942. Electrical Numerical Integrator and Calculator. It was built by John P. Eckert and John W. Mealy and known as first general-purpose digital computer. The project was sponsored by American Army during the Second World War to control weapons for target accuracy. It contained approx 17,000 vacuum tubes, covered 1,800 square feet of floor space, weighted 30 tons, consumed 160 kilowatts of electrical power. 1951 UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer. UNIVAC, the first computer available for commercial sale. In 1952, the UNIVAC 1 successfully predicted the outcome of the 1952 presidential election during a televised news broadcast. From 1951 to 1958, a total of 46 UNIVAC 1 computers were delivered. 1957, the transistor. The invention of the transistor greatly changed the computer's development, which replaced the large cumbersome vacuum tubes in television, radios, and computers. As a result, the size of electronic machinery has been shrinking ever since. Douglas Engelbart. Today, the mouse is an essential input device for all modern computers, but it wasn't so long ago that computers had no mouse and no graphical user interface. Data was entered by typing commands using a keyboard. The mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964, which consisted of a wooden shell, circuit board, and two metal wheels that came into contact with the surface it was being used on. 1961 to 1971. 1965 IBM 360. The IBM 360 introduced by IBM was not actually a single computer, but rather a family of 6 computers and their peripherals. It was the first family of computers designed to cover the complete range of applications, from small to large, both commercial and scientific. 1967 ARPANET, Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, was experimental computer network that became the basis for the Internet. Its initial purpose was to link all the university's computers through telephone lines. 1970 Integrated Circuits. The invention of integrated circuits allowed thousands of transistors to integrate together into a single chip. With this invention, computers became smaller, more powerful, and more reliable. 1971, the Intel 4004 chip was the first microprocessor developed by Intel. 1971, a computer engineer named Ray Tomlinson sent the first email message. 1975, Altair 8800 was the first personal computer based on the Intel 8080 microprocessor. 1975, Microsoft was founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen. 1976, Apple Computer was started by Stephen G. Wozniak and Stephen P. Jobs. The company introduced the Apple II to the personal computer market. 1981, IBM released their first line of desktop PC based on 8088 chip. 1983, Lisa, invented by Apple Computer, was the first PC to use graphical user interface. 1985, Microsoft released the first version of Microsoft Windows and email started becoming the way of corporate life. 1989, the World Wide Web was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in CERN Laboratory. He is called as father of web. 1995, Sabir Bhatia was India and Jack Smith founded the first free web-based email service that is Hotmail. 2015, Microsoft released its latest operating system, that was Windows 10, on 29 July 2015. Present beyond. The technology used for future generation computers is artificial intelligence, which means the ability of computers to think and act like humans. The use of superchips is helping to make artificial intelligence a reality. Some popular robots are Handsome Robotics Sophia. Created by Handsome Robotics, Sophia, the robot, made her debut in March 2016. Pepper. Introduced in 2015, Pepper is the world's first robot that is capable of recognizing human emotions. Pepper is social, capable of having conversation with people, giving them directions, and even dancing with them. Milo. Milo is a robot developed by American humanoid manufacturer RoboKind to support children with autism who tend to avoid eye contact and are uncomfortable interacting with humans. Now let's recall some important points from this chapter. First, abacus is known to be the first mechanical calculating device which developed by the Egyptian and later by Chinese. Second, Pascal, invented by Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, is believed to be the first mechanical calculator of the world. Third, Charles Babbage invented a machine called analytical engine, the first ever working model of mechanical computer. Fourth, Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer. Fifth, Ladyada Lovelace was the first lady programmer to introduce the concept of programming. She developed programs for Babbage's analytical engine. Sixth, QWERTY layout for typewriters and computer keyboard was developed by Christopher Latham Coles. Seventh, the computer mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart. ENIAC is known as first general-purpose digital computer used by American Army during the Second World War to control weapons for target accuracy. Ninth, UNIVAC was the first computer available for commercial sale. 10th, the first microprocessor was developed by Intel called as Intel 4004. 11th, Altair 8800 was the first personal computer based on Intel 8080 microprocessor. 12th, Lisa, invented by Apple Computer, was the first PC to use graphical user interface.